Hey guys, what's going on? NGS back again for another video. Follow up to the announcement of Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Generations. Storm 3, I really don't know. They haven't yet come out with a concrete thing. You know, is this going to be like an in-between game? You know, was this going to be like what DLC should have been? Is this just going to be like a weird spin-off thing, you know, sequel? I don't really know. You know, maybe it's gonna be like Chain of Memories, like, you know, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories came after Kingdom Hearts 1, so it should have been Kingdom Hearts 2, but it was Chain of Memories, something like that. Maybe to tide us over till Storm 3. We don't actually know the full details yet, but for the time being, we'll just call it Generations. You guys know that feeling you get when your favorite video game has been announced, the one you've been wanting to be announced for the past couple of months. You know, you just get so excited, they're gonna announce it someday, and when they announce it, you're all happy. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, how good is this game going to be? So that's what I'm gonna try to cover today's video. I wanna talk about the improvements and things I would like to see in the brand new Naruto game that's coming out. Just general things that I want to see them put in the game, you know, improvements to help make the game better, as opposed to, you know, its predecessor Storm 2, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. To me, overall, I enjoyed the game, you know, I liked the game. But that didn't mean I didn't have any problems with the game. I think the biggest problem, besides the story mode for me, would have to be how little they improved on the fighting mechanics. I mean, because there was literally no changes to it. There were no things that we wanted to see. There was no advanced comboing. There was no air comboing in and out. There was no, you know, doing all the things that you expect them to do to add to it. At the end of the day, it was more or less a button masher. The number one thing, the core part about every Naruto game for the most part, is its fighting mechanics. And the majority of the Ultimate Ninja games tend to be button mashers. That's what people label them as. And going into the Storm series, that's when they really got labeled. So how can they improve that? I think they don't have to change up. Like, if they want to use one fighting button, that's perfectly fine. But if they are going to do that, then why don't they do some advanced comboing? Why don't they do things like where you can throw the enemy in the air, you can combo in and out, you could do all sorts of, you know, advanced chakra dashes and stuff. I know it's kind of hard to explain unless you're actually, you know, playing it yourself, but I think the majority of you guys will understand what I mean. Combos tend to not follow in so smoothly. There's only a couple combos per character, so I'd like to see more of that. More combos per character, more advanced comboing, more chakra linking, like, you know, up into the air, you know, doing more things like that. The standard, you know, what else can I say? Now, while we're on the subject of fighting mechanics, another one I want to see is more support character options. Storm 2, they kind of actually, you know, did a good fucking job on the support characters. They really overhauled them. It's more along the lines of attack, defense, and balance types, you know? Let's see more of those, you know? Let's see more advanced jutsu combinations. Like in Storm 2, if you picked certain characters, they would do all their jutsus, and they would finish off with the person you're playing as his main jutsu. After a while, it got repetitive and boring, but you can do some like, you know, like, let's say you have Sasuke and you have Kakashi and you have Itachi, you can do like some sort of Sharingan thing, like, because they all have the Sharingan, or you can do like some sort of Mangekyo thing. And that's just the basis of what I want to see out of the fighting system, you know? Just make it more advanced. Don't keep it as a button masher. Like I said, kind of hard to explain unless you're actually playing it for yourself, but I know a lot of you guys will understand the gist of what I'm trying to say. Number 2 on the agenda, want improvements for Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Customization. Now, if there was ever a staple for the Ultimate Ninja series, it would have to be the customization of the jutsus and the ultimate jutsus, you know? If you talk to anybody who's played any of the Ultimate Ninja games, 1 through Storm 1, 1 through Storm 1, so that's all 5 of the original games, and the first Storm game, they'll tell you that the jutsus are epic. You know, that's the highlight of the game, just seeing the cinematic 20 to 30 seconds, sometimes a minute, first Hokage, jutsus. And it really just made you drop your jaw. It's like they're doing some DBZ shit right there. And while it was over-exaggerated, like, you would never see them doing some of these things in the series, it was nice to see them do that, because not all anime games follow what they're based off of the anime. You know, 100%, you know, not every anime game does that, you know. There are some along the lines that actually try to, okay, we're gonna make it just like the show. But the Naruto games, Dragon Ball Z games, we all know they over-exaggerate a lot of things. But there's no problem with that, because we like it, it looks awesome. Yes. Who's happy? This guy. And one of the things I was really sad to see in the Storm series, more or less in the second one, was lack of customization, the lack of jutsus. You really couldn't customize your character beyond the presets they gave you, so you couldn't put any other jutsus. Like if you had Naruto, you know he has a plethora of moves, so you could do Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken, he could do all like multi-shadow clone jutsus, you know, as his sub-jutsus. Then his ultimate jutsu will be Rasen Shuriken, Nine Tails Rasengan. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of customization. And Ultimate Ninja 3, you could use other characters' jutsus. You could use, like, let's say, Sasuke's Chidori. You could do all sorts of things, you know? And the customization was really what set it apart from the neighboring Naruto games, you know? It just added a level of, fan service, if you want to say. It was just like, wow, I can do this in this game. This looks pretty damn cool. And along with that, there were jutsu classes. Like, everybody just built up when you saw like Naruto and Sasuke do jutsu clash. And in Storm 2, I thought it was going to be as epic as it would look, but hey, no jutsu clashes in the game. Why? We don't need jutsu clashes. If they want to get it right this time in Generations, they definitely have to open up the character customization. They have to let every character have a couple of jutsus, like let's say 5 jutsus minimum, that they can customize themselves. Like, so if you want Naruto, if you don't want him to do the standard Rasengan, give him freaking Fire Style Flame Flower, you know? If you don't want Sakura to just be a butch and use those attacks, give her freaking Chidori, you know? It's not like this is supposed to be accurate to the anime, so a little imagination. And the ultimate jutsus, return them to their epic 30-second glory. You guys know what I'm saying. In Storm 2, the jutsus were anywhere for 3 to 5 seconds, and that really killed it. They said they wanted to do that just to enhance the fighting, just to make it more, you know, quick and fast-paced, but then all you got was a fight that was like a minute and a half. I'm like, what? Not even a minute and a half, sometimes 60 seconds. Bring back longer ultimate jutsus, open up its customization so you can select other ultimate jutsus, and your sub-jutsus give more customization. Number 3 on the agenda, online. Yes, we're gonna tamper with online. Alright, now I see a lot of people commenting saying that Storm 2's best part overall would have to be the online fun factor, you know, playing with your friends across the world with your favorite ninja and such. And that was all fine and handy dandy. I didn't play much of the Storm 2 online because for some reason for me there was a notable lag, like 2 seconds, and that really, when I'm playing a game, if there's more than a 2-second delay, it kind of kills the mood for me, so I just turn off my system. But from what I have heard, Storm 2's online was fun, but the majority of comments I received regarding how it was fun always said, however, everybody uses this certain character. Everybody uses the spammable characters, you know, Data, long range, explosives, like, you know, those type of characters that really get on your nerves. It's fun to play as them, but when the tables turn and they're being used against you, you know, you gotta complain. How can they fix this? Well, this has always been a problem in fighting games. Like, every fighting game, they're always gonna have a character that is overpowered, especially in anime games when you have characters that are based relatively how powerful they are in the anime. Like, Goku's more powerful than Chaozu, so Goku's Kamehameha would do more damage than Chaozu's Psychic Rock Throw. You get what I'm saying? While that is true, when you're bringing it into a fighting game, you have to have some sort of balance because you want to make every character equal. You want somebody to go in and be able to play as Goku, and then bring someone else to be able to play as Chaozu and have no problems with it, have no problems with them using that character against someone who is 10 times powerful. You know, they don't want to have to do extra training to be good with this guy, while on the other hand, they can just pick like Four Tails Naruto and destroy everybody. A great game that really did this would have to be Super Street Fighter 4. Now, I know I'm not one to play fighting games. I did play a bit of vanilla Street Fighter 4, which is the original Street Fighter 4, and then when I went over to Super, I played it, and I really saw that the characters were more balanced than they were in the original game. So, if they can do that in Street Fighter, why can't they do this in Naruto games? Why can't they do it to the DBZ game? You can have them be overpowered as hell in the versus mode and when you're playing with your friends, but if you want to bring it to the more competitive online approach, then at least do some sort of balancing to make it an even playing field, if possible. Number 4, and I believe that this is my last improvement. I was thinking of 5, then well, why would you make a video saying the top 4 improvements? You know, top 5 sounds more epic. But number 4, story mode. Yeah. To say that the Naruto games have great story modes, you know, is an over-exaggeration. The Naruto games, in general, just anime games, throughout every single game, you know, the storytelling seems to get more worse because the companies have this ideal that, you know, we don't want to play the story mode, we just want to get to the characters, so they just throw together some cheesy ass display, you know, using cardboard cutouts. In some cases they have cutscenes, you know, but they never tell the story true until Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Anybody who's played the actual meat of the story mode, I'm talking about the actual cutscenes and stuff, knows that it was on par for the anime. Sure, they left things out of in the game that were in the anime, but you guys, you had to expect that they were going to do that. They weren't going to adapt the entire Naruto storyline. You know they had to leave things out, and this wasn't the first time they left things out, so you guys can't blame them for that. It's just a natural thing to do. And the storytelling was really great. I, for one, enjoyed it. It felt cinematic. It felt epic. In some cases, I really felt for these characters. And in some cases, the battles were done even better in the game than they were in the anime Pain Fight. If they are able to retain that type of storytelling in Generations, I'll have no problem with that. Along with the cinematic boss fights, again, I'll have no problem with that because those were the best part of Storm 2. Now, why would I say improvements if, you know, that stuff is already good? The actual other part of the game, the part that nobody wants to talk about, the RPG mode. Now, you could chalk this up to rumors, you could chalk this up saying that it's a multi-platform game, Xbox 360 couldn't handle it, stuff, whatever. I don't want to bring into that, I don't want to get into that for now, but the story mode in Storm 2 kind of sucked, you know? After the initial entry, it was more or less just repetitive missions, go here, go there, I was already there, now I gotta go all the way over here, you got warp scrolls, they don't do shit. Well, actually, they kind of do speed it up, but still you gotta walk, and you're finding birds, you're finding scrolls, you're finding flowers. It never ends. It never ends. Repetitive, yeah, that's what I'll just say. And it really got irksome and tiresome, too. The fucking flowers! If they want to remedy that problem, then I think they should open up the story mode to be more of an open world one, like what the first one did. I think the first one really had it going. It looked beautiful. The recreation of Konoha was one-to-one on par. Perfect, you know, but it was lacking. There was not much to do. All you had were people in the village standing like that. How are you, Naruto? How are you, Naruto? You can't leave the village, bitch! That's where I believe the Naruto games on the Xbox 360 really stepped up their game, because they made it an open world game. You don't only stay in the Hidden Leaf Village, you travel everywhere. You travel to places you've probably never even seen in the anime before. They really immersed you in the world of Naruto, not just Naruto and his friends, the world of Naruto. It was a great RPG, and it is the best Naruto role-playing game, Broken Bond. Pick that shit up for 360 right now. I was expecting them to do something like that in Storm 2, but they gave us this linear on rails, well, not on rails, but you know, little divulging paths, you know, a la 13, and combined with the repetitive missions and all that sort of jazz, it really wasn't a great thing. It wasn't a great thing at all. So just open up the RPG mode, guys. Open the world up. Make more creative missions. Don't just stick to flower gathering. Okay, we gotta stop. I'm not going there no more. And I believe that's all I wanted to say regarding Naruto Ultimate Ninja Generations, you know. So I'm gonna give this game a chance before I, you know, start to do my critiquing on it. But they can nail this game right. It's just like, they gotta listen to what I said, because what I said is what the bulk and the majority of the people who played Storm 2 and played other Naruto games want them to improve on, you know? We're not asking for much. We're just asking for the needed. You know, this is just the stuff that is needed in the games. Well, if you want to make them really good anyway. So, comes the end of this video, guys. I want to thank you for watching this. I'm about to go hit up some Demon Souls. Fuck, I gotta go Platinum Uncharted. Nah, I also gotta beat Infamous. Well, at least I beat LA Noire, so I can rest for now. I'm GS signing out, and I'll catch you guys later.